Hey everybody, Guy Arnold here with another market update. Today we're going to talk about Collin County. Collin County is obviously a large county north of Dallas. It includes Plano, Frisco, McKinney, all the way up to Anna. A pretty good sized county, a lot of things happening in it. I want to start out talking about inventory. We keep hearing all this doom and gloom for buyers because yes, interest rates are not what they were 3 months ago. But you know what else isn't what it was 3 months ago? Inventory. I was just looking at some statistics here, and back in January, where a balanced market is 6 months of inventory, there was 0.5 months of inventory. So 1/12 of what a balanced market is. Right now, at the end of June, this last statistic was calculated, we're up to 2 months of inventory. So there's 4 more times of inventory for buyers in Collin County right now than there was at the start of the year. So I consider that really good news for buyers. Next, I like to always take a look at the difference between the new listings coming onto the market and how many have closed. This is all in the last 7 days in Collin County. New listings, 469 new listings have hit the market here in the last 7 days. That's a good amount of listings. But what's interesting, if you think back how things have been the last year and a half, 332 homes have closed. So we've actually got well over 100 more new listings in the market than closed. That's totally the opposite of what we saw pretty much through the majority of COVID, where it was always more homes closing than coming to the market, which caused our buyer demand with low inventory. So now we're starting to see more listings come back than there are closings, which once again will help buyers and make it a much better time for buyers. Now here's the big statistic that just shocks everybody, especially newer agents in the last 2 years that didn't really know what a price decrease was. In the last 7 days, we've seen 496 price decreases. That's pretty amazing because we went 18 months probably without hardly a price decrease at all because sellers were getting used to putting any price they want on a house, and boom, it was gone in a weekend with multiple offers. Well, now there's a variety of reasons. I'm not even going to all the reasons why it could happen because it's too many to talk about. But right now, for a variety of reasons, sellers have had to say, hey, my house has sat for 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, and now they're decreasing prices to bring buyers back to their home. So once again, a much more favorable time for buyers. If you've been thinking about buying, but you got a bad taste in your mouth from the last 18 months when you couldn't win anything with multiple offers on everything, now's the time to get back in the game. Give me a call. Before we go any further, I'm going to ask a favor of you. Please, please, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment. Maybe there's some statistics you want that I'm not giving you. Maybe you like this format. Maybe there's other questions you would like about the Dallas-Fort Worth market. Leave a comment. I'll definitely get back to them. But please subscribe to this channel and like this video. I need your help getting my YouTube algorithm up, and I appreciate it. One other statistic I'm noticing here that it's just totally different from what we saw for 18 months or so in the peak craziness of the market, the seller's market we were in, is now there are 8 homes in Collin County that are under active kickout clause. What that means is a seller accepted their offer saying that we want to buy your house, but we still have to sell our house. Honestly, you did not see that happen for almost 18 months. I did not see an active kickout hardly at all because houses were selling this fast and sellers did not have to accept one. Where with that question mark is, are you going to sell your house? How soon are you going to sell it? They just weren't accepting those. Luckily, I have some lenders with some great workarounds for that. I got one with a home-to-home program where you can buy your next home first before you sell your house. But this is just a sign that the market is shifting, and now sellers are accepting the types of offers they used to 3 years ago. But during the peak frenzy of COVID, they were not accepting. But now we're seeing those come back. I want to end this by saying, yes, I've been saying all along that things are getting better for buyers. Things are getting better for buyers. And they are, because quite honestly, they were terrible for buyers for 18 months. First-time buyers I had a lot of sympathy for because it was the toughest buyer's market that most of us have ever seen. But sellers, it is not doom and gloom for you either. The thing to keep in mind is 6 months of inventory is a balanced market, and I just got done telling you we're still at 2 months of inventory. So there are way more buyers looking for homes than homes are available. Now, what has changed is sellers have to be little more realistic about what is market value, and when they're pricing their home, they have to be a little more realistic and not trying to set a new market high every time they put a house on the market. And I'm seeing sellers that are having to go through their house with a good agent like myself and say, hey, before we get on the market, you should do some touch-up paint here. You may want to change this carpeting out to some laminate floors. You want to make the best impression now because there is more inventory. Buyers can be a little bit more picky now. And if you really want to sell your house fast, work with an agent that's going to help you do the right things so it does sell fast and at a top market value. But things are still very good for sellers. We're still very low inventory historically, but things are getting better for buyers also. So it's an ever-changing market. I'm here to be your resource in Collin County. All my information is here in the video description, and I'll talk to you soon.